Listen here.
Hi. We are trying to make contact.
I saw Evie, I was like, but you know what?
It's done now.
Who's gonna be the lip sync assassin this week?
I know. Do you want to do this again next time?
Yes,
Yes!
absolutely. So I'm not bringing home a winning crown. I'm not gonna let that shit get me down. I'm still that bitch. Work, 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 work. Don't you forget. I was really excited when they revealed season 5. Because there were a few favorites in there, and I was like, ooh, there's some people that, you know, I haven't seen in a long time. So we started off with like Shea Coulee. So did you expect her to be back though?
I did. I expected her back every single.
Okay.
Like I don't know why they didn't have the finale and then have another finale and then just have her back and just give her it
Give her a
boggles.
crown.
And I love Sasha Velour. It boggles my mind to this day that like they didn't, you know. And I probably she was just like I'm good. Like she didn't want to come right back on. Did you know that when she came home from that finale, she burned every single piece of drag that she had. She threw it away and she vowed never to ever do drag again.
No, I had
Well,
no
she didn't
idea.
really, but wouldn't you if you lost in the very end? Like, I watched that and I'm like, how are you? Like, I would lay down on the L tracks and you would never hear from me again. When they were doing the recap of like her, I saw it with new eyes. She looked amazing every second she was on that season.
Miss Cracker.
She did not gain 35 pounds. That was for the joke, and I appreciate that. But she is 35. But like, she is the size of like, I think she's like 5
tiny.
something. So, right, and so like, you know how like when everyone's like Christina Aguilera is eating herself to death, but it's only like she only gained 5 actual pounds, but because she's so little. So I get it, but she would be in hospice if she gained 35 pounds.
Oh my gosh. I'm hoping she doesn't get in her head again. You know, self-sabotage, we're all good at that. So I am rooting for her. Alexis Mateo. I love her. I'm sorry.
Wait, I do too. But she already did
I
have
know,
hers.
you're right.
Like, I just don't know. Listen, I love Alexis Mateo, but I don't, I don't know. Am I starting this out and already people are going to be mad at us? As soon as she came in, okay, she, like, all the things, she's great at what she does. She's perfect. She's like, yes, of course she's an all-star. She gave us Vanjie. She gave us lines that we keep repeating. Sickening,
Bam.
no, and bam, and all of that. But, like, I want to see like something totally new from Alexis Mateo then. Like,
Agreed.
because somebody
Agreed.
else could have taken that spot.
The all-star spot. You're right.
And like a lot of times, you know how they were bringing back queens like from season 1 or season 2, and like so that they are like reintroduced to she doesn't need that because of like Vanjie and her. I want to see like 2019, whatever it was when they. I want to see. I want to see that because nobody. I don't know what 2020 anybody's going to look like. So
it's not going to
No,
be cute.
no.
Not in this quarantine.
No.
No. Then we have Blair St. Clair. Okay.
Yeah, you go. You go first.
No, I'm going to say, okay, that's really all I have to say. Like, okay, Blair. Cool.
Like, Blair is gorgeous, but then she opens her mouth and you're like, oh God, no, don't talk anymore. Just check up. But she is, like, you could tell she wants it so bad. I feel like her desire to win is only overshadowed by the size of her lips. Like, which obviously, like, and out of drag, she looks like my 1-year-old with injections.
You're right.
She has the Selena Gomez thing where you're like, oh, that's a pretty child. 50-year-old? Like, you have no idea. Like, it's also just, like, it's like, oh, there's a puppet. Oh, no, it's alive. Like, you know when those Halloween things come and they, like, like the whole thing is very disorienting. Yeah.
But Alexis put it to me, like, the best. She's going to crack.
Yes.
Under the pressure.
Her and Miss Cracker have that thing where they're like, if I keep tap dancing, nobody will see me. You know, like, they're like...
It's like a Liza Minnelli type thing. Like...
Yes! Yeah, they're performing so they don't die. Like, it's like the how sharks have to keep moving. They're like, keep doing it. Every time I see her, I think of, I just hear Rachel, I hear, it's like, Rachel Berry.
Yes!
Rachel Berry. Like, I'm like, yeah.
Then we have Mariah Paris Balenciaga.
I didn't write anything for her because I was so, like, glued to the screen when she walked in. I think she is honestly one of the most beautiful.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, I mean, to ever walk the workroom then, and then to come in now looking like that, I mean, she is absolutely devastatingly gorgeous. And she does drag seriously. Like that, like
I see that. Yeah. I absolutely 100% see that. She uses her drag for good.
Yes. And like coming from the ball scene is different than she doesn't, and I don't mean that, but like she never, I get it was almost like drag as a necessity, drag as like it's not like she wasn't in Roscoe's grabbing for dollars. Like she did drag. It was like, you know, like how, you know, we did theater. Like it was like, I gotta do this to get here and get there. Like it's like a very, I'm proud to see her.
I'm really excited about what she has in store because she's already hitting it out the park for me. Like she didn't come to play at all. Oh
no.
Ooh.
And more on that.
Yes.
Wait till
I have notes.
By the end of that, I was like doing a burn book. I'm like, what in the hell?
Oh my gosh, India. Rah.
Can I ask you a question? Who do you think half of America thought she was when she was coming through there? Like, because like half of the viewers have no idea. Like
that's true.
You know, I rewound it over and over again to see like who,
like the silhouette might look like might have.
And the wacky music, like I was like, where have I heard? I was trying to think, like, did I hear that? Like, what have they reused that music for? I like who? Like I was, if I had never like or only seen like 4 seasons of like, could you imagine somebody being like, oh my God, it's, you know, Darian Lake, like who with the hair or season 7. I mean, it could have been like, and then it's somebody that they all go,
who's that?
Who's that?
I'm so excited.
Me too. She had a missed opportunity though, because if I was India Farah, I would have paid producers, one producer, the weakest producer that you know would talk, I would have given him a couple shots and paid to tell me, just give me one other person's entrance look, and walked in wearing the same, just like she did that season. Just like give me
that would have
anybody's
been
entrance
perfect.
look, and just come in with the same.
But they did kind of make the joke between her and Miss Cracker, so it was. Close, but
Yeah.
not quite there.
It was kind of there, but yeah, she could have sold it for us old school people who knew that.
Jujubee.
Every season.
I
Put her on
love,
every season.
love Jujubee. I get so giddy every time she comes up on the screen. I'm just like, because she makes me laugh. Like she knows, she gives good TV. Like she knows how to sell it.
Yeah.
She's like,
No, I can't get enough of Jujubee. I think she's she is one of the cornerstones or whatever temples, whatever you want, that brought people back. Like, you know, Jujubee's lip syncs on her season 2 were riveting.
Derek Barry. I'm actually really disappointed, because, you know, you keep hearing this, I'm trying to get out of the Britney box, I'm trying to, you know, show you who I am, but then you make an entrance like that into the workroom, and it's like, why the Britney reference then if you're trying to get us out of that box?
Every time. You know who else tried to get out of Britney's box? Kevin Federline. Yeah, every single time they show her crying, I put myself into Britney, and then she comes in with this, and she's an awful. Wait, I'm gonna say it. This is the most controversial thing. She's an awful, horrible Britney Spears impersonator. Not because she's she's a terrible dancer. Do you ever actually look at Derek Barry dance? I saw her in Chicago. Madonna brought her up on stage as Britney, and Madonna was even like, "What?" Crazy. But anyway, so Derek, please show us something new, but like not so new that you have to stick around for 5 more episodes. Like I just want to put a period on Derek Barry. I want him to have a nice send off and then never again. Same.
Maya Miller. So she's fierce. I love Maya Miller. For some reason, was she season 10? Was she Aquarius season? It feels like it was before that for some reason. Like I feel like I've known her longer, but I'm trying to remember her entrance look. It was the red.
It was the Amazon that everyone went crazy because she bought it on Amazon, and I'm like, Bob the Drag Queen won the worst runway. He won the episode for the worst runway ever wearing a Halloween costume on Amazon. So let's leave Mayhem Miller alone.
Stay out of this.
He wore a Starlight Express Halloween costume that a high school version of Starlight Express, and he couldn't even roller skate.
Yes,
she walks in. I'm like, yeah, Mayhem Miller is fine, people. That's how you do fabulosity on $5.
Hey, the hair was right and the face was right, okay?
Her face is always right.
So, I didn't even remember what she was wearing, because I remember she came and the eye, the eyes always, she sells the eyes, and the hair was just coiffed, and she's ready. Yep. She's ready. And last but not least, Angina.
Thank you.
You know what? It's been a long time coming.
She's a good drag queen, and she kind of has that punk edge that ushered in a whole new style of drag in people's minds that I'd never seen an Angina at a club before, so that type of drag. Love her. Love every bit of her. And she's good TV. Perfect. She's
great TV.
Wholesome.
Her entrance look, that's I loved the grandeur of it.
Yeah, and you've got Angina bringing in her not being afraid. We are in such a good time of drag where people aren't afraid to bring in pieces of their heritage, and Alexis Mateo proudly representing heritage, and so it's that's a really good. And Shea Coulee, her entrance line was,
"I'm black."
I'm black, and I'm like, yes, this is just the best time, to be on television and see in drag, of all places, representation everywhere you look, which is incredible.
So then we have Rue enters, and
I prefer him in plaids.
You know what? I actually forgot what suit he wore, so you can tell that didn't stand out to me this time around because I usually remember his looks when he enters the workroom. Ricky Martin shows up, and you're like, okay. Can I say one thing about Ricky Martin real quick?
You could say 9 things about Ricky Martin.
He looks amazing.
He actually de-aged.
Yes!
He younger.
It's like, I was like, what is happening? It's like he's Benjamin Buttoning. Like, I don't understand. He's been around for like a hot minute, and he looks the same, if not younger.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so then they do the reads. The library is open.
Oh, this hurts so bad all the time. It's like they did it once and it was a hit, and they're like, let's do it again, and it's like, not every queen can do this. Like, it's so... When it's bad, I want to turn the TV off and go to a Methodist church and convert myself. It is so bad.
Look, they didn't even do it they didn't even do it in this past season 12. They were just forget it.
They took one look at the cast and they're like, no. Wait, I do have to mention, Blair St. Clair has said, yes, God, and point blank period, and girl, and I have never in my life. It's like when you go on a first date and the guy takes you to Olive Garden and then like orders everything in Italian, like the lasagna, like in that, and you're like, oh God, like it hurts.
It's like trying too hard.
It's trying. I feel like if she's so young, she could like say anything. She could be like, "Oh yeah, that's the schism," and we'd be like, oh, "We're gonna say schism now." Like she can
reinvent the wheel.
She is 11 years old. She could say anything she wants, and I would come to work the next day and be like, "What's up, schisms?" Like, yeah. The reads were, they were when they're bad, they're real bad.
They were. Angina was trying. Bless her heart.
I bet if we were there, we would have cackled.
I know I would have cackled, but...
Yeah. But they, I feel like the producers, throw, a light bulb so everyone goes... And then they...
Yeah. And I was going to say, it's the edit. Yeah. It's definitely an edit thing, too.
Because if you heard Angina fail at a joke and then, acknowledge it, we would have died. I was shocked at how funny, and this pains me to say this, Derek Barry killed. I mean, and the bar is low for this cast. It's not like he killed against Bianca Del Rio. But I mean, as far as the reading challenge, I wrote the 2 people I never thought in any way, shape, or form. Derek Barry, I wrote hysterical. And then Blair, I just scribbled bitch on a whole page. I wasted a whole page. I could not believe how perfect. I just screamed. Here, look. Wait, let's see. It's just, for the reads, I just wrote scream.
Yes! So there were 2 winners. So it was Jujubee and Blair St. Clair.
Okay, good.
Okay. So rightfully so.
Deserved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was really underwhelmed, and there were a few queens that I was expecting a little bit more from, but I get it. Some of them, they hire people to write their jokes, so when we feel like they're legitimately funny, they're just trying to fit their joke into context, and it doesn't really land.
Yeah, I think, again, and I don't mean to say this as a viewer, who knows kind of the ins and outs of now, because we know the show well. It's we know that there are producers, and we know that they know they're on TV at this point. I think what makes a good read is that kind of, we see, it'd be if you reading me in real life, but I feel a lot of the jokes were written for us at
Yes.
home. And that's not what... Like,
that's not what this is about.
Like, I would never in a million years know what Miss Tyra, was your barbecue canceled?
Because your
grill is... But once it washes over, it was the best read I've ever...
Same.
That type of stuff. But, like, a lot of the reads were meant for us, not the person they were reading.
And that's where the translation got lost. I agree.
Yeah.
Because that's why I was like, this is not how I understand reading. I mean, props, they tried,
Right. You know what? I haven't been on television doing a read in quite some time. So, yeah, good for them.
Oh my gosh. And so then we go into the talent. Well, no, because then there was that little beef between... the drama, the TV drama between Derek Barry and India, and so that's the storyline.
Break for lunch. Derek and India. Seriously. When Derek originally walked in the workroom,
yes,
I was like, why? And then I immediately went to the talking head, and he's like, India, Farah, and I was like, that's why. I was like, I mean, not that But I was like, okay, that makes sense now. I get it. Okay. So
we had to make the season juicy somehow.
I know. And what kind of a world do we live in where Derek Barry has a beef with India? Like, I could not have drawn a line to that if you paid me to.
You know what? I love me a good story. It's all about it. At this point, it's good television. It's good television.
I know. I love a good story, too. Do you remember when Farah and Gia had the beef? And she's like, your friend came to my work and she was drunk. And I was like, oh, my God.
You're like...
What? Yeah. She did. Was her name Angela? Like, you wanted, like, were you at work or stage work? Like, I was like, was she was Gia at the Genius Bar? Like, fixing someone's iPhone? Like, what is happening?
Talent. I didn't... put the order of who did what.
Alexis came out. Yeah, Alexis came out, and then she did whatever won her the last crown she won. Mm-hmm. Lived for it, great. I cannot stand that outfit. Like, her cut isn't they're not very attractive to her body. And she's a beautiful, yeah.
Agreed, I agree. And then, Michelle came for her 1-inch heel.
Oh my God.
She's like, I stoned it, girl. I know. I stoned it for you. Better like it.
Oh my God. Yeah. I just, no. Great routine. It
was good. It was entertaining.
Shea Coulee. Oh my God. Those shoes and her legs.
I was living for the shoes, by the way. I'm like, how did she even walk in those? She did a whole Black China thing in those high ass shoes in her season. So yeah.
Oh yeah, she did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, with the baseball bat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She looked almost like an anime illustration. Like, it was
yes!
I think anytime Shay is on camera for a new, after a commercial, somebody should just throw a crown. Like, do you know what I mean? Or, a part, she'll get a scepter and then, a cowl with, a cape. So that at the end, she, has
she
this full regalia. And they give it to her, and that's the first part of the finale, and then anyone else who, goes on. But, yeah. And then...
Did you see Ricky's face?
I know, Ricky was rethinking how gay or what type of, it was all, he was like, what?
He's like,
maybe it's if that was around in the 90s, yeah. Mayhem. And I actually, wait, no. Yes, it was Mayhem.
Yeah, it was Mayhem. Yeah.
And she started with the eyes, and I thought it was going to be that whole routine, but it wasn't. And then she started live rapping, and I grabbed my neck, and I was terrified. I don't know what it is about when like people who aren't rappers rap live. They all sound like when there's like a person dressed as an animal and they do an anti-drug PSA. Like you don't do drugs and you don't see this. Like it's like I'm like, why are you rapping on your talent?
Okay,
Mariah,
we'll see.
come on.
The words. And for that to air right now, I'm sorry.
That's what I said. What are the odds that last year that was recorded, put on the docket to air tonight, and that was her talent?
That was her talent.
That is...
That's the universe.
Yep.
That's the universe. Because she came out, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
okay, I felt it. Then she did the blood, like the... But you know what? I was invested, and then I laughed, chuckled for like 2 seconds, because when she did the paint thing, Rue's face was kind of like, get that paint off my stage. You know?
Right.
Yes! No, I legit... Yeah, I kept thinking, like, somebody's gonna get fired.
When she walked out, I was like, oh God. I'm like, this is happening. Like, I couldn't even believe it. And then she's, in the words, and I thought, what are the emmer effing odds that would air tonight?
It speaks volumes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what made me love her even more as a artist.
She didn't come out and do like face.
It
beauty,
wasn't about
like,
that.
She's
like, I'm going to live my truth right now, and that was everything.
Could you imagine? So you're going and like the producers are like, you're going after Mayhem and Mariah, and then Miss Cracker, you're going after Mariah, and you're waiting in the wings, and you're watching what's happening, and you're dressed as a fucking pickle.
Yes.
When she came out, I'm like, why did you put the pickle after Mariah? Like
they should have put a song after her. Put somebody else.
Put her last. Don't put anybody after Mariah. You put a pickle. Poor Miss Cracker. When could you imagine her? She's like looking at her notes. Where the pickle was. And that's all I could think about the whole time. And she's like strutting out with her pickleness. I was like, oh Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean it's perfect. Like that's Miss Cracker. And then she did her splits that always look like
She knows she what is it, cartwheel into a death drop, and I'm just like, okay, Miss Cracker, you had to follow that performance, so.
And they put her after, right? This whole thing, I was like, I would have died. I would have said, I quit. I just quit right now. I quit this. And I'm going home. And like, the whole thing, I was like, this is the most embarrassing moment. I wrote fun for Angina. I was like, fun.
It was fun. I did like that. It was kind of like a homage to the first season. Because wasn't that like their music video? Cover girl. Put the bass.
Yes.
So I was like, I like that. She gave me 2 costume changes. I'm okay with it.
Yep.
I'm okay with it.
Me too.
So.
Blair came out and did a Fifi O'Hara. Is that what she was? First name Fifi O'Hara, right?
That's exactly what that was.
Or I think maybe like somebody like they had a cat in the sound booth and it got all the levels all messed. I don't know what happened, but the sound, it sounded to me like she was singing, but that all the notes were wrong. all of them.
Just pick a key.
But she looked like all the notes were right. So I
you didn't
felt
know.
like it had to be a sound booth problem. Because if you were her singing, everything was perfect. And I think maybe it wouldn't have been so bad, except for Juju. Killed it.
But then when Juju performed, did you see the camera went to pan to Blair? And then they do like the talking head and it's like, she's singing from her throat. And I'm like, yeah? She's singing. She's
She's
singing.
singing from her throat. No. She's not clearing her throat in a musical way.
Oh my gosh. I can't. Juju
Yeah.
me. Oh my gosh. Has Juju ever sang on her season? Because I legit don't remember now. And I feel like that's the first time I've heard her.
She did sing, and remember when they had to do the, like, Tyra got rock and roll, or like they all had to do things, but Juju bombed that shit. So we've never heard Juju do
That's
this.
why.
Because it was a weird challenge. And she's never released a single, like, that I know of. Like, you know how,
But
like,
that's because everybody, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And who came after?
Derek. And Shea Coulee said, I want to like it, I just don't know why. And it's because Derek did it. Being Derek makes it impossible for anyone to like anything that Derek does. Like, just because if we didn't know Derek and we went to Kentucky and Derek was performing, like, in Kentucky, and we went to a club and we walked in and saw that, you and I would laugh so hard and be like, yes! But if we went to coffee with him after and then listened to him, and then we'd be like, oh, I don't like him so much. Like, it's just the Derek-ness of it that, like, sucks all of it. Remember he did eyebrows?
Yes!
And he made eyebrows awful. Like, and he didn't even do anything bad. He just made eyebrows. Like, that was it. Like, being Derek makes everything awful.
So tragic. It's so tragic.
And is it not lost on anybody that Derek Barry's talent was impersonations?
But it was lost on me just now until you said it. And then I'm like...
There's no Derek Barry. There's just nothing. Hey, do this thing. Okay, I'm going to do it as a southern farmer. Well, I'm going to answer the phone. Like, if we told him, could you answer that phone? Yeah, he just
can't be Derek Barry.
India, I wrote, wait, that was it. That was it. I was like, that's it. That is it.
That's how you.
Like,
that's how you do it. That's period.
Yep. That's the kind of drag that I would watch performed, like, when I first started going out, and when I was like 16, and I would sneak out and I would drive 20 minutes to Utica to go to the only gay club, and you'd walk in and you'd see drag queens doing that. Like, it just brought back like that, like, because I know there's many different types of drag, but like that is like a drag staple that she perfects.
She's a...
Is that like
yeah,
fair to
no,
say?
that's completely fair to say, and it really, she did her homework.
Yeah.
Drag is not a contact sport.
God.
We got a track. A track, and she was going. Oh, and her dances, and she was going in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if her signature move. I call it a signature move. Probably isn't a signature move, but her flip over to the slide, yeah, love it. She could do it 1,000 times and it wouldn't get old for me.
Yeah, we went to judging, and that's when they announced, like, hey guys, guess what? Like, new rules.
Yes.
We're only going to pick one all-star, and that all-star is going to pick the bottom, who they think is the bottom, and the rest are going to pick the other bottom. And like I had to
process
process
it too.
that, because it's so the easy way that I can remember it is the person who wins the day will pick the person that they hate. And then the rest of the people are going to pick whoever is annoying
at that time. Exactly. No, exactly.
So the middle, the safe, were Blair, Shay, Juju, and...
Oh, Mariah.
Mariah. How, and how. So I did not agree with the middle. I felt like that at least... I cannot understand how Mariah was not in the top.
In the top, I agree.
And Juju. That is...
Same.
A travesty. Like, even out of respect for the talent that was shown, divide it into two. Like, just be like, tonight, since it's just going to be tops and bottoms, like, only two people are going to go, who cares? We all know.
I think it was rightfully so that Derek was in the bottom.
Yeah. And as far as India being the winner, I felt like it was deserved because it's such a, what she did was a perfect representation of her actual talent. Acting.
No, she killed that.
She was her best self.
That was deserved in my opinion, absolutely. So it was Derek Barry and Maya Miller in the bottom.
Would you have put someone else in the bottom other than Mayhem?
I don't think I would have, because I rewatched Angina, because people were saying, oh, Angina should have been in the bottom. But I rewatched Angina's performance, and yes, it wasn't like bam, but compared to Mayhem's, like, her talent, like, I just feel like she didn't really show us her talent. Like, I feel like Mayhem Miller kind of held back.
If I'm using that personal logic for India, then Mayhem, who is very talented, did not do the best Mayhem. Like,
right, that's what I'm.
She failed herself, so that's your.
She failed herself. Yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely dropped the ball because I know she's capable of more.
Yeah.
Ooh, so then we get the lip sync assassin.
Evie, who I adore and love, was a surprise to me because even though she's great at lip syncing, I would have never called her an assassin.
Thank you. I was like, I did not expect her of all people because I personally do not consider her to be a lip sync assassin.
No, I think she's a lip sync artist or she's got
yes.
But assassin.
So when the thing raised and I saw Evie, I was like, but you know what? I like Evie, so I'm happy to see her.
Let's do it. Yeah.
She did her thing.
Yes.
She did her thing. But India did her thing also.
India should have won on that slide alone. When she slid. Do you know why I don't have any notes written about that?
I'm dead.
I know.
I'm still dead from that.
I don't have any notes written because when it happened, I went like this. I couldn't even, I went out of my mind.
I lost my mind. Mm-hmm. Like, I rewound that part so many times.
Perfect.
Because it was...
She just stopped. And then she, just halted.
She's like,
yep.
And then she fixed the hair. Mm-hmm. Flipped the hair to the other side.
Oh, were you here? Like, it was so perfect.
No, I think she should have won on that alone. And then the gag. So... Evie won. So now Ru goes, oh, sorry, India, you didn't get the $10,000, but it's going into next week's kitty. And I'm just like...
I know. We're not going to give it to you, who, isn't on Work the World tour.
Right.
We're going to, give her the $10,000.
Just make her the winner. Also, that would have been such a good opportunity, too, for the producers, because I'm like, you already have, the Derek... Right. India beef. Yeah. Let India reveal who she's sending home, because we already know who she chose at this point. Just give her the $10,000. Pay her $10,000 to give us better TV.
Right. Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah. But it happened. It was one of those times when they were like, Evie Oddly, and I'm like, oh, all right.
I guess.
I'll suspend my belief because I love the show so much, but you cannot tell me that India Farah did not win that with that. I mean, maybe it was better that she didn't send Derek home because they live in the same city, and so it just kind of all worked out for the good.
Which makes sense because when Evie did reveal Derek's name, camera panned to India, and she was like...
No, I felt like she went... Because there went her storyline. She's like, oh, frick. No,
I didn't even think of it that
way. It looked like she said, whoa. And it was like, yeah, there goes. You're done now. You better swing that neck every week.
Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, Derek's gone. And now we've got 9 queens left.
And I can't say that I'm sad, and here's why. I know that I kind of, joked about Derek, but, I can't spend another season with a Derek arc.
Yes.
I, clear Derek out, thank goodness for Derek. Like, he's funny, and like we've had a good time, and he, great. He's been on All Stars. He is an All Star. It happened, and now like let's hear from Angina. Let's hear from Mariah. Like, let's move those guys.
Let's move those
line.
front. Yeah, I agree. Overall, I do like the formula. You not only have to look forward to what queen's gonna go home and what the challenge is, but now you get to look forward to who's gonna be the lip sync assassin this week.
Yeah. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Kipper.
I know. Do you want to do this again next time?
Yes. Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'll see you then.
No, thank you so much. This is fun.
I know. Thank you.
Hugs. Oh my gosh, it's so fun.
Bye.